Tyler Loop didn't try to hide from the moment, and that alone says a lot about who he is and how the Baltimore Ravens are likely to view him moving forward. For a rookie kicker, this was the nightmare scenario. Not a meaningless miss in October, not a long attempt into the wind. This was the kick every kicker imagines as a kid. Season on the line, division title at stake, hostile stadium, clock at zero. One clean swing decides everything. And when the ball drifted wide right, the silence on one sideline was deafening. What makes Loop's response resonate is how plainly he owned it. No hedging, no excuses, no blaming conditions, pressure, or mechanics around him. He made it clear that the operation was perfect. The snap was clean, the hold was good, the look was exactly what the Ravens wanted. The failure came down to a fraction of contact, hitting the ball thin, a technical explanation that sounds simple but represents the razor-thin margins at the NFL level. That detail matters because it underscores just how cruel the position can be. A kicker can do everything right for months, build trust, deliver consistency, and then see all of it overshadowed by a few millimeters of contact on one swing. The ball didn't die off the foot. It didn't hook violently. It spun just a bit too fast, leaked right, and took an entire season with it. Loop's voice cracking as he spoke afterward wasn't weakness. It was honesty. He wasn't just talking about a missed kick. He was talking about letting down teammates, coaches, a city that embraced him far faster than most rookie specialists ever experience. Baltimore didn't just hand him the job. They asked him to replace a legend. That kind of responsibility doesn't fade just because a player is technically a specialist. What's easy to forget in moments like this is how unusual Loop's season actually was. He wasn't shaky. He wasn't surviving week to week. He was dependable, automatic inside 50 yards, calm in normal pressure situations. The Ravens didn't protect him from responsibility. They leaned into it. And that trust is exactly why he was on the field in Pittsburgh with the division on the line. The final drive made that trust feel earned. Lamar Jackson delivered under pressure. The offense converted when it had to. Chris Boswell's missed extra point opened the door. Everything aligned for a storybook ending. And that's what makes the miss feel heavier. Not because Loop wasn't good enough, but because he was good enough to be there in the first place. There's a tendency in the NFL, especially among fans, to flatten careers into single moments. One kick becomes the whole story. One snapshot replaces an entire body of work. That's unfair, but it's also reality, and young kickers have to learn how to survive it. Loop's willingness to stand at the podium and explain exactly what went wrong, emotionally and technically, is a strong signal that he understands the job doesn't end when the ball stops moving. The Ravens' response will matter just as much as Loop's. This is an organization that values mental toughness and accountability. They've already seen Loop respond to pressure all season. They've seen teammates console him immediately. They've heard Lamar Jackson publicly deflect blame and frame the moment as part of a rookie's growth, not a failure that defines him. Those are not small things in a league where confidence is currency. For Loop, this miss will never disappear. It shouldn't. Every kicker who lasts carries one. What determines whether it becomes an anchor or fuel is what happens next. In practice reps, in quiet off-season work, in the next time the game comes down to his leg. The technical explanation he gave suggests he already knows exactly what to fix. The emotional honesty suggests he knows exactly what it cost. There's a difference between a kicker who shrinks from a miss and one who absorbs it. Loop didn't deflect. He didn't distance himself from the moment. He leaned into it, even when his voice betrayed how badly it hurt. That's not the response of someone hoping the spotlight moves on quickly. That's the response of someone who understands that in this job, you don't earn trust by being perfect. You earn it by how you respond when you aren't. Baltimore's season ended on that kick, but Tyler Loop's career didn't. In many ways, it truly began there. Not with the miss itself, but with how he explained it, how he felt it, and how he chose to stand in front of it instead of running from it.